She wanted like me cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex. She like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more. Tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, one point to guard.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me.
Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news at Paul Brown Stadium. That's where we're at here in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Cincinnati Bengals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Mariota. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Play action. Breeze. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Following the interception here, Mariota nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Oh, Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Mariota now from the 50. Yeah, he'll find Hall. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you. A huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Here's Pirine. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Now Breeze on the bootleg. Flushed out right. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 45-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here's Mariota, option left, and an alley to run. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
66. Bullet drive.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but...
And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Let him. Hey, wahoo! Hey, easy. Mike's 50. I'm coming for you. You mine. 50 is the Mike. 50 is the
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
Titans, 1st down.
First down, Mariota. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Mariota toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Mariota on the delay to Henry. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Succop. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will make our score 9-0. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A first down carry for Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Mariota on first down. And it's caught. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll come out in the pistol. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Check. One. Set. Protein spin.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
It's out of time.
On second down, here's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. football. It's blocked. It's picked up alive. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. In for the score, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
To throw, Mariota. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mariota. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
6 yards to go.
The Titans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He may try and run for this. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
First down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get tight. Let's go. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Check 43. Three.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's 3rd and short.
We're waiting. We go 21. They're scared. Check three.
On play action, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
Let's go.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Check tight.
Mariota gives to Henry. Directly over him. Powers ahead at the 45. A big play there just before halftime. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Muhammad. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Breeze. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check it back. 2 teams spill. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now Joe Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Ready. Waiting. Sammy. Switches. Hey, easy.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Breeze now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 15 now, Mariota.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's had himself a game.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Mariota hands to Henry. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Opposite. Hey, exit.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kentrell Bryce picks it. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
You kill. 5-8. Here we go. Take it.
Breeze now. Going deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he is going to be brought down at the 3-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return. So he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
186, right there, 56. Go, go, go. Switch. One. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down.
Mike 51.
From the gun, Mariota into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at the 16-yard line.
We're pretty quiet. Hey, easy. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. 11. Hey, Echo.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw on second and 10. Breeze, and he's got it. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he...
And he's in! Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Escaping the pressure right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really...
Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because... This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Titans on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing. Mariota. Flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Quincy Wilson with the INT. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. That'll bring up second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
To throw again on second down. Breeze, flush to his right. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll find Hall. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Credit the tackle to Darius Phillips.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Mariota. Got a man. It's Brown. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? To throw is Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Mariota now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
56 to Mike. 53.
3rd and goal. Mariota. Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Breeze now to throw. He completes it to Boyd. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Here we go. 36.
To throw, it's Breeze. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Breeze to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check, Sammy. Check. Hey, Mike's 50. Watch the screen.
To throw is Breeze. Airing one out for Boyd. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Mariota to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. On 1st down, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Mariota. Open man is Cameron Batson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route, That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Here's Mariota. Man open left side is Brown. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. On now is Ryan Suckup for the field goal try. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. On now is Ryan Suckup for the field goal try. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And this isn't going to get there. It's no good. Didn't get enough leg on it. Not what you'd expect from an NFL.